for you. Are you ready to absolutely crush this next collapse? Type 1 if the answer is yes. Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got great collapse story news. You know, it's funny. I was talking to some people the other day about, you're always doom and gloom. These are people that have known me for a while. I said, was I doom and gloom when I said that Bitcoin was an amazing opportunity at $400, $500? As a matter of fact, I told you all about it at $45. Was I doom and gloom then? No, it was all about awesomeness, right? Was I doom and gloom when you knew me back in 2001? I was buying up houses hand over fist. No, I wasn't. See, the fact is, they don't care if there's time to be doom and gloom. This is crazy. Get out of markets. And then there's time. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. We're going to make money. They're not going to want to listen to you. That's the difference between a winner and a loser. A loser just complains and whines and doesn't do anything about their situation. A winner, regardless of what position they're in life, does something about it and then goes and crushes it and goes from win to win to win. Learning lessons from their own experiences and from others. End of story. I'm sorry it's a weird start, but I've got to start this because I got an amazing email, a paragraph I'm about to read you, but we're going to talk about the insurance industry. And this is literally the perfect storm for real estate. This is, if you have ever wanted to buy a house, even if you just want to buy your own house and you want to save money and get in at the right time, you are about to see things so differently. And I am going to prove them to you. I've been proving them to people for 3 years on this channel. But in 2024, this is where it happens. Everything has came to this moment. We're going to talk about homeowners insurance and how that's going to make this perfect store even easier for you to grab onto opportunities, because the sun is going to come out tomorrow. There are going to be amazing opportunities in homes, in real estate values, but also homeowners insurance. Even though they're pulling out now, there's going to be a day where they come back. All right. That's very easily identifiable. Before I start this, I've got to read this comment. This is from Joey. He accidentally purchased the course twice, so I just refunded his extra purchase. But he says, hey, I already bought the course back in July and had already gone through 94% of the videos. Now I've got to tell you right here, it says below, I own 27 units in Louisiana. 27 units. This is a very experienced real estate investor, all right? Says he's went through 94% of the videos that you have posted. Didn't mean to purchase the course again, sorry, anyway. I was watching the video on the U.S. liquidation crisis. I'm mostly concerned with consuming more than one of your discount links so someone else has a chance to acquire great, affordable content. The information you provide is fantastic in these videos. I wouldn't be sharing any information. So, wait, I would. So let me just hide this. It's a real email, right? Real, that's real. You can pause it, it's real. Okay, hit his name. Point being is this. My goal is to give you the most amazing content out there to where you can absolutely crush it. I care more about charging less for a course than charging a bunch of money and saying, look, I'm getting a higher level of clientele. I care about the people that never believed they could own a home, let alone 10 homes. That's what I care about. I will, and I'm not joking, and I want you to watch this, and I want you to keep me accountable. I will be the #1 educator in the country for real estate in 5 years. And why? Because I'll be the only one educating people of what comes beforehand. I'm not joking. That's not being cocky. That's being confident. I've already been through this cycle. It's identical, yet times 10 of what we experienced in 2006. Get ready, buckle up. It's going to be awesome. We're going to need a lot of popcorn, so better buy some before hyperinflation causes Jiffy Pop to be really expensive. Put your favorite type of popcorn flavor down below. I'm a kettle corn kind of guy, if you couldn't tell. A little voluptuous. All right, by the way, we're going to get into the story. Here we go. That was a long intro. Now, regardless of what state we're talking about, take that state out and put your state. Because even though you don't live in California or Florida, it's happening all over the country because insurance companies are insolvent due to two things. The time it costs them to repair something from an insurance settlement and the cost of it actually getting done. So it takes more time than they wanted, and it costs way more. And we've got all kinds of issues. And this is going to lead to a foreclosure crisis in 2024 that is going to blow your minds. But you can't be ready for it unless you take action now. So if you're ready or you're already taking action now, type that down below. It says here, unbelievable insurance increases are walloping Nebraska homeowners. Wait a minute. Nebraska? We're not even talking about Florida or Cal. It's already moving to Nebraska? Yes, That's because the insurance companies have to deal with the entire country, not just state by state. So if you think that you live in a state that's really safe and you're not going to be a part of all this craziness, you're wrong. I just want to make that clear. So you may be getting a notice here pretty soon that they're canceling your insurance. And then if you aren't able to afford the next companies, that's going to be bad if you have a mortgage, because that's part of the agreement. Now, Joe Biden is okay with this because he wants as many crises going at once that he can fix by just printing money, which is going to create inflation, which is going to cause the gold price to go up. This is insane, but it's almost too easy to figure that out. But this is Nebraska. It says, on average, Nebraska homeowners paid nearly twice as much to insure their homes in 2020 as they did in 2007, a steeper increase than in most states. Now, this is dated today. This is the newest information. I want to get you the newest information out. That's why I do the courses too, and I add bonus content. Every couple months, I put a new lesson on that you don't have to pay for because things change. And that's why I want to be evolving and get your mind and your balance sheet evolving with this crisis. When Jen Burris got home from work last Wednesday, she started cooking dinner at an opening mail. She saw her annual homeowner's insurance renewal notice, shuffled it to the bottom of the pile. Wait, before I stop this story, this is the last day. The real estate crash course will be 75% off, $250, and that includes a free course, Home Seller Pro. And I'm timing this perfectly because people can't sell homes. So I am giving you my expertise. When I sold homes in 2006, before the crash was out in public, and it was really hard to sell a house. So I can guarantee you this, for that cost, you will save a lot of money selling your next home or educating your real estate agent that doesn't know all these little tips and tricks, all right? So this is the last day for that, and everyone that owns a real estate crash course will be enrolled in that class for free. See, when she finally opened up the notice, it laid bare a painful question. Could she, a single woman raising 3 kids, afford to keep her house? Last year, the premium to insure her home in Hickman, a city of 2,600 people in the south of Lincoln, was just over $1,400. Now it would be almost $2,900. Look, the fact of the matter is, I think it's like 99% of the country has an average of $400 in their savings account. This is going to spell trouble. Why? Because a lot of people are choosing right now to put, because inventory around the country is increasing massively. It went up 1.8% just on a month-over-month basis this last month, nationally. All right, you're going to see numbers by January that will blow your mind. Why? Because so many people like her are having to choose, you know what, I can't afford a home ownership. I'm going to, the cost of repairs, all that kind of stuff. I'm just going to list my house and I'm going to go rent. And rents right now are coming down off their highs, but that's going to swing the opposite direction. So if you're late to the game and you're moving from home ownership to rent, pretty soon rents are going to skyrocket again, but they can only truly skyrocket to how much people are making. All right. Homes and rent can't just magically go higher and higher and higher. There's a point where the consumer's tapped, and the consumer right now is tapped, but there's still going to be some short-term booms in rents as people lose their homes or give up their homes. Steep increases in homeowners insurance premiums have become common in Nebraska. On average, Nebraska homeowners paid nearly twice as much, like we said earlier, from 2020 as compared to 2007. But here's the question. Has your pay increased in proportion to all of these costs going up, like the home ownership costs, insurance costs, food costs? No, they haven't. That's why this crash is a lot bigger than what happened in 2007. A recent analyst from Policy Genius found the average premium in Nebraska this year for a $300,000 dwelling coverage is about $3,500, which is double the national average and the second most expensive in the country. We haven't even talked about Nebraska or even the South, like when it comes to costs like this. And like I shared that email earlier from a real estate professional that took the course, he owns 27 units. And he's saying how valuable this information is. But the thing is, you got to have skin in the game. You've actually got to go take action now. And what happens when you buy something? You put a lot of time into it. And that's why I have the most amazing students in the world. And I'm going to keep having the most amazing students in the world, because you're going to crush it. Stand by. All right. Stand by. All right. It says here, the key long-term culprit in Nebraska, according to industry experts and local agents, has been more severe weather events by product of climate change. That's all crap. It's all a lie. Don't believe that part. But the truth is, they've got to blame something. It's like if they can't blame Russia, then they're going to blame climate change. All right, that's not true. It's the Federal Reserve and the federal government printing excessive amounts of money, giving it to people that are non-producers, people that would rather riot and steal, cheat and lie, not work and sit back on the government dole, and it's creating inflation, okay? That's the truth. Now, we gotta take that truth and take advantage of it because the banks have a plan to take your house. If you haven't heard of it, it's Agenda 2030, or whatever it is. I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but go Google it. They are telling you like literally you're gonna own nothing and like it. It's because they're gonna buy all your homes in this crash. We can't let that happen. We have to hold the wealth of the nation, make America rich again, make the American middle class rich again. I gotta make some hats and t-shirts. I don't even wanna make money from it. I just want the message out there. I gotta get that done. Ninja's got a lot going on. Instead of just replacing a roof or some broken windows, they're now having to rebuild entire communities from the ground up. Real quick, type 3 if your insurance premiums have gone up in the last year. Type 4 if they have not. I'm just curious if there's some people out there that haven't. Now, I personally have not. I have been with my company for quite some time now. They did the normal annual increase, but nothing out of the ordinary, right? But I've been with mine State Farm for a long time. But by and large, people are. And the second you go in there and do any kind of policy change, that opens up the door for a whole new realm. So I know it sounds crazy. Mrs. Ninja's like, I'm not happy with this or that. I'm gonna go in there and talk to them about like, you better just, there's a little bit of a crisis happening. Let's just hold on. Let's just hold our horses. Because this costs a lot of money when you go in there and you ask for renegotiations, like, go into management and ask them, if you could change something, and they want to renegotiate everything. Nebraska's temperatures have risen more than 1.6 degrees Fahrenheit, probably because of global warming. Gosh, I'm going to be honest with you. Do you think global warming is total crap? Type 6. If you think it's so true, and we're glad that Greta Thunberg is flying around in a private jet now, type 7. Oh, wait, it's all 6s. Oh, yeah, it's all total crap. Crap with a K. Put crap with a K down below. Look, in this story, this is insane. It keeps going on. No, it's like former Nebraska state climatologist. Who gives a crap? I mean, these are all lies. They're trying to tell you the opposite of truth, which is a lie. Here's the other thing. We're going to have a soft landing. Who thinks that we're going to have a soft landing? Type 9. I'm waiting. Okay, type 10 if you think it's total, like, hard landing, we're screwed. The airplane's not only going to auger in, it's going to get back up and then turn around and back into the mountain and smack it. Weird. A bunch of 10s. All right, so at Ninja Nation, I just want to make this announcement. Climate change, we all believe, is total crap, and we're not going to have a soft landing. Oh, and let's just add in that old Jim Cramer and all these other gurus that have been making billions off of giving you advice that's wrong are total tools too. Name a total tool down below that tells you how to deal with your money. I can't do that, but I can teach you how to identify real estate cycles. And so today is the last day. And if you think I'm going to sell you something, heck yeah, I'm going to sell you. I'm going to sell the heck out of you. You want to know why? Because whether you buy it or not, I've already been through this. And it is a very logical path to real estate cycles. And once you identify it, and I love it when I meet real estate agents and brokers that call me and go, I took the class and I've seen things totally different. So now they're stronger for it for their clients, because even if they don't get that sale today, their clients are going to walk back and go, they told me exactly when to wait, when to buy. They saw this coming. And I want to have a part of that. I will be the #1 financial educator in 5 years. I'm calling it right now. That's not cocky. And that's why you need to be exactly like that. Start speaking the truth over you and start hitting impossible goals. I will accomplish impossible goals next year, and I want you right alongside me, because that is the only thing that's going to keep our country together. We need to maintain the wealth. Everybody, I thank you so much for watching. I'll put the links below. Have a great day. The Economic Ninja is out.